Mr. Chairman, I say this because the court has issued an order. The said order has been served on the member and the clerk to Parliament. The honorable member, the minority leader, took responsibility and spoke on behalf of the member-elect. We want to... Yes, I listened to him, I heard him. If he's taking responsibility, let the records reflect. Let the records reflect that the member-elect for Akwetia constituency has disregarded the court order, and the repercussions of Article 105 of the Constitution applies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We shall now proceed with a roll call.
Yes.
We are proceeding with a roll call. When a member-elect's name is mentioned, the member must rise in his seat to be recognized. Thank you, honorable members-elect. Head of table, proceed with a roll call.
Abdul Khalid Mohammed Sharif. Ablakwa Samuel Okujeto. Abuaji George Kwame. Abuaji George Kwame. Abuaji George Kwame. Achampon Brian. Achampon Richard. Aqua Alexander Kwesi. Adam Hamza. Adam Mohammed Amin. Adams Abdul Salam. Adams Kofi Idi. Dokweku. Ado Yao Frimpong. Ado Kenneth Daniel Nana. Adi Frederick. Ejay Felicia. Adomako Ernest. Adongo Isaac. Educhum Yao Osei. Afenyo Sedem Kweku. Afenyo Markin Alexander. Afol Eric. Afol Kofi Bente. Efriye Nanayu. Efriye Frank. Agalga James. Agbana Eric Edem. Agbenyo Fred Kwesi. Agbebe Charles Akwesi. Agbenyo Fred Kwesi. Agbebe Charles Akwesi. Agboja Kwame Govins. Ejari Alexander. Ejekum Emmanuel Kwejo. Ajimai Prempe Eric Nana. Ajimai Kingsley. Ajimai Rollins Zaneto. Ajin Sam Lawrence. Ahinkan Frederick Yao. Ahi Samson. Ahiafo Bernard. Ahmed Ibrahim. Edu Michael Kwesi. Akando Kwabna Minta. Akrugu Faustina Eliklim. Akwete Okli Felix. Alajos Seidu Al Hassan. Al Hassan Abdul Fatawu. Al Hassan Suini Saibu. Al Hassan Umar. Amankwa Millicent Yabua. Amankwa Nicholas. Amankwa Menu Kofi. Amwa Stephen. Amwaku Andrew Esiama. Amwaku Jampo Rudolph. Ampa bin Simon Chreme. Ampofu Kwame Chumesi. Amprechum Sapon Kweku. Frank. Anyi medu enchi Kwame. Anyi medu enchi Kwame. Fisher. Ahin Ebenezer Prince. Ama Blay Nyameke. Arthur Emilia. Asamoah Fred Chey. Asamoah Vincent Opon. Asante Lawrence Koko. Asante Boatin Kweku. Asare Kwame Obain. Esiedu Aida Ajua. Asensu Boachi Francis. Ashi Alfred Nikote. Esiedu Charles. Asafwa Vincent Eko. Aworigo Simon Akibangi. Ewa Nane J. Bafo. Ayamba Ladi Ayi. Ayariga Mahama. Aye Nana Asafwe J. Ayen Sudankwa Grace. Ayene Dominica Kritinga. Azuma Bandim Abednego. Azuma Joseph. Befi Michael. Batagli Mohammed Isa. Baudra Charles. Bawadua Charles. Bezra Emmanuel Kwesi. Bequin Frank Estiedu Bequin. Besi Daniel Keshi. Beyo Titles Kofi. Bisu Mavis Kukwa. Boaku Gideon. Dragon. Boachi Yadom Patrick. Boa Emmanuel Kweku. Boa Ma Patrick Yao. Boatin Joseph Apia. Boatin Kwabna. Brahma Muhammad Bawa. Brefo Bright Asamoah. Boa Emmanuel Amakofi. Backman Philip Fifi. Bukari Joseph Nipe. Chiwete Andrew Dari. Kujo Comfort Doyo. Kujo Joanna Jan. Kujo Robert Wisdom, Dafia Makpo Roxon Nelson Eche Kwame, Damwa Kwejo, Dan Abdul Latif, Dangbe Ernestina Ofori, Dapa Elvis Osei Mensah, Dapila Kletu Seidu, Dako John, Dako Mensah Kwab Notre, Dauda Collins, De Sebastian Fred, Jabab Nelson Kofi, Jogbadi Jorani Godwin Enimli, Dra Emmanuel, Dumelo John Seto, Jiwonu Laurentia, Enu James, Fatahia Abdul Aziz, Foko Chinebua Kodia, Fodro John Intim, Fomadi Jean-Marie, Forsen Castle Atoba, Ado, Frimpong Joseph, Frimpong Ohene Kwame, Frimpong Owen Kwame, good. Gakpe Kwame Jujoli, George Samuel Nate, Ganza Al-Hassan Kobna, Gomadoyao, Gomashi Jifa Abla, Jan Mensah Richard, Jechi Nasira Fra, Henry Bensel Godfred, Hotoje Alexander Roosevelt, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, Ibrahim Azura Mohammed, Idrisu Habib, Idrisu Haruna, Isa Atta, Isifu Mahmoud, Jack John Kwame Ado, Jaja Yusuf Isaka, Joshua Godfrey Seidu, Jinapo John Abdullahi, Jinapo Samuel Abdullahi, Kabiru Muhammad Tai Abdul, Kini Jeffrey, Kodia Kwame Apia, Kunedu Akwesi, Kosa Martin Kweku Ejay Mensah, Kweli Wolase, Potosu Edem Richard Kofi, Kuma Joseph Kwame,
Present.
Kumi Ernest Yao, Kuri Richard, Kuyon Solomon, Kwenu Othniel Eko, Che Shirley, Chiredria Dixon, Lamisi Akanvari Balidia, Labi Oscar Ofori, Late Agnes Namumo, Lukuto Maxwell Kwame, Mahama Daniel Dang, Mahama Shaibu, Mafu Kofia Henkwa, Mensah Collins Adomako, Mafu Kofi Ahenkwa, Mensah Collins Adomako,
Miss Adumako Mensa Collins.
Mensa Isaac Ejay. Mensa Joseph Kwesi. Miji Mashaibu Nuren. Mills Samuel Atta. Anthony Mohammed Haruna Mohammed Yakubu Mubarak Seed Mumuni Alasan Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak Inkwikara Suma Anthony Nandaya Stanley Yao Nanja Sanja Napari Dominic Nate Ayiku Benjamin Nawani Mark Kurt Indebila Ebenezer Alumri Nichema Bila Alamzi Nitiwu Dominic Bingham Aduna Inkansabwe Du Mavis Nkrumah Kojo Opon Nukwa Pius Kwame Nokoi Kofi Ako Nogbe Ernest Henry Intekuni Emmanuel Kofi Intim Adelaide Intosu Helen Ajwa Nuruddin Mumuni Mohammed Nyakote Albert Tete Nyako Bismarck Tete Nyako Isaac Boama Nyako Kingsley Nyako Thomas Ampim Nyako Kwame Naminta Nyindam Matthew Oforiata Duke William Allen Kwame Ofosu Felix Kwache Ofosu Ejari Elizabeth Okuno Phyllis Nakoyo Onyina Champon Akwesi Jemfi Opoku Davis Ansa Opoku Osei Ejay Nana Osei Akoto Seth Osei Akoto Seth
Order what? Order what? Order what? Order what?
Osei Akoto Seth Kwabena Bless Oredu Charles Esuaku Owusu Gloria Owusu Rachel Ama Owusu Charles Francis Kwabena Brimpong Peito Desmond de Graft Pelpo Abdul Rashid Hassan Pokwe Dusei Ralph Kwaisin James Jechi Ramadan Mohammed Adamu Ricketts Hagan George Kweku Salam Damata Ama Epianima Sandari Sebastian Meneso, Soya Queen Stapokwa, Sefer Richard Kwame, Seidu Sosu Francis Xavier Kojo, Sowa Rita Nao Dole, Suleimana Al Hassan, Suleimana Al Hassan Tampuli, Taylor Isa Salifu, Taylor Abi Ebenezer Oklite, Tete Agotri Gisela, Tete Joycelyn, Tete Joseph Akwete, Tobin Emmanuel, Tobu Peter Lanshini, Anyo, Tubazu Abdul Rauf Tonjem, sorry, Yusuf Mustafa, Vanderpoy Alfred Oko, Vondi David, Winsum Annaba Thomas, Yabua Frank, Yabua Kofi Obri, Yibo Isaac Awuku, Zidin Bid and Watazumo.
Thank you very much. Honourable members elect, we shall, of the standing orders of Parliament, I am satisfied that quorum is present in this House to enable me proceed to conduct the election of the Speaker. In doing so, I would like to draw your attention to Article 95(1) of the 1992 Constitution, which requires that a Speaker of Parliament, be it of Parliament or qualified to be elected as Member of Parliament. A person shall not be proposed to be nominated as Speaker. It is also important to draw your attention to Standing Order 8.5 of the House, declared, elected, and conducted to the chair without any question being put. A member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker. Which motion shall be elect? I now invite nominations for the election of the Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I come under blessing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as the Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person. The Chairman, I move that Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbe do take the chair of this House as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, a politician, a statesman, a result-oriented and transformational leader. He was elected on the 7th January 2021, thus becoming the first person ever in the history of Ghana and the Parliament of Ghana to be elected to the high office of the Speaker of Parliament from a political party that is neither in government nor controls the majority of seats in Ghana's Parliament. He was called to the bar as barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana in 1982 and engaged in private legal practice. In 1994, called the Law Trust. Right Honorable Speaker entered the University of Ghana in 1977 and graduated in 1980 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Law and English. He proceeded to the Ghana School of Law in Accra, where he was called to the bar and became a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Honorable Babin later earned a postgraduate certificate on privatization of public utilities at the Eastern and Southern African Management Institute, Tanzania, in the year 1999. He also has an executive master's in governance and leadership from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, JIMPA. Right Honorable Bagbin entered Parliament. He was Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker decided not to contest as a Member of Parliament at the end of his term of the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic in the year 2021. He was elected Speaker of Parliament of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Within these years, spanning some 28 good years, he served as the Minority Leader from January 2001, a position he held for 8 good years until he transitioned to the Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business in the year 2009. Honorable Bagbin in 2013. In 2014, he returned to the House as the Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business for the second time. He was elected the second Deputy Speaker in January 2017 for the duration of the priority project in health, education, and transport from 2013 to 2017, famously referred to by Ghanaians, continues to serve on several boards and international organizations. This includes, currently is the chairman of the Parliamentary Service Board of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana that dissolved today. He was a member of the Parliamentary Service Board in attendance as a member of the African, Caribbean, Pacific, and European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly, the ACPEU, at Belgium between 2013 and 2015. He was again a member of the International Council for Parliamentarians for Global Action. He is again the founding member, Global Organization for Parliamentarians Against Corruption, GOPAC, between 2004 and 2014. He was a member of Parliamentarians for Global Action, again between 1994 to 2017. He was the Vice President of CPA between 2021 to 2022. Currently the President, Conference of Speakers of the International Council for Political Renewal, again in the United States, Washington. For his outstanding leadership and lifetime of dedication to public service, both in Ghana and abroad, Speaker Babin was awarded in the year 2017. Right Honorable Speaker has won a significant number of international and domestic awards. He's a strong advocate for gender and social inclusion, women's rights and empowerment, and equitable representation in Parliament in all decision-making across the country and globally. He's also noted for his principled, courageous, firm, decisive, and resolute personality. Right Honorable Bagbin is several institutional reforms and the welfare of members and the parliamentary service during his first term as Speaker. In addition to this, he's married with 2 kids. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? Our Minority Leader.
Chairman, it is my distinct honor to rise to second this motion ably moved by my respected colleague, Dr. Khemical Atoba Fossa. But before I second this motion, there should be no need for remarks or debate. I shall address some preliminary matters before. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, this House is an independent constitutional body. It's engraved in the provisions of the Constitution, in particular, Article 95 of the Constitution. The Speaker
Mr. Chairman, your guidance will be needed in this matter. This is my 4th term in this House, and this is the first time in the history of this Parliament. Our standing orders are very clear. When you rise to second a motion, there must be no remark, no debate. What the minority leader, who has not told us if it is now spiritually okay for him to sit in the minority leader's chair, violently violating our standing orders with such impunity. We cannot accept it. So, Mr. Chairman, please, we invite you, proceed with respect for our Constitution and the standing orders of the House. If you have some, you call it preliminary remarks, you can do that out of the confines of the motion and secondment. You are minority leader. You are well within your right to make your preliminary remarks after. You cannot be violating our standing orders. Please, let's be careful the precedent we set. This is so bizarre. It's never been seen in this House. So, respected minority leader, please. And, Chair, I'm getting the impression that the clerk is allowing the minority leader to dictate the pace. Please, let's see your authority. We will not accept this.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable members, thank you very much. The Honorable Minority Leader indicated that nominating the Speaker, that should be without debate or remarks. And I believe the Honorable Minority Leader will do exactly so. Honorable Minority Leader, you may proceed without debate or remarks. Honorable Minority Leader, you have the floor. Please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I do not want to take issues with my respected colleague, Honorable Ablakwa. I will always want to respect his views. But I love debates, and I would want us to go into the issues. I kept quiet. You are impatient. I kept quiet for you. Let's have some decorum. Mr. Chairman, my practice at the bar is always a guide for me. I said I have a preliminary matter to raise. In law, Mr. Ablakwa, you pay attention. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. Law, pay attention. When When, Mr. Chairman, I said I have a preliminary matter, I meant to say that I had to deal with, and that is allowed.
Mr. Chairman, this house is a house of rules and procedures. Mr. Chairman, let me put on record that the minority leader is a distinguished lawyer of repute. And indeed, Mr. Chairman, I will refer the House to the rules of this House, and specifically to Order 8, Rule 4, that a member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as the Speaker, the Chair of this House as Speaker, end quote, which motion shall be seconded without debate or made the point rightly that in seconding the motion for somebody to take the chair, one is not entitled to make remarks or debate. But Mr. Chairman, he said, and I quote him, before I second the motion, and end quote, before I second the motion. Mr. Chairman, he had not seconded the motion. And he did go a step further, Mr. Chairman, he did go a step further to say, before I second the motion, I would like to make some preliminary points. And so, Mr. Chairman, I will pardon my friend and brother, the Honorable Kujetu Ablakwa. He is not a lawyer. And therefore, by a basic rule, Mr. Chairman, by a basic rule or canon of interpretation, even a lay person will appreciate that the distinguished minority leader is yet to second the motion, and therefore he's entitled to make the preliminary points he sought to make. So let the minority leader make those points.
Thank you very much. Thank you, honorable members. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, we shall proceed with seconding of the motion. And honorable minority leader, please proceed. Brevity is the rules of the game.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman, to rise to second a motion is a voluntary act. If he's not interested in seconding the motion, he should sit down. I rise to second the motion. The motion is therefore seconded. Thank you very much.
No. Which one? You are not sure. What happened? You don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, minority leader, just a minute. Would you kindly resume yourself, minority leader? Minority leader, I'll give you the floor. All right. Honorable members, the honorable minority leader was on the floor before the other honorable member interjected. The rules of the House Minority Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, please continue with the seconding of the motion. Please second the motion. Please second the motion.
Mr. Chairman, our Constitution, Article 95, provides that there shall be a Speaker who shall be elected by members of Parliament from among persons who are members of Parliament or who are qualified to be elected as members of Parliament. Mr. Chairman, I have in my hand a statement issued by the office of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, titled President-elect Mandate NDC Parliamentary Leadership to nominate Right Honorable A.S.K. Bagbin as Speaker of 9th Parliament. It reads, the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has in consultation with the National Executive, Honorable Abansuman Kingsford Babi, as Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Kwachi Ofosu as Special Aid. Chairman, the preliminary issue I'm raising is to the effect that the nominee.
Where from that letter? That letter, where is it from?
Situation where
it must not be tolerated.
That the executive now directs that a member from that letter to nominate would make this arm of government
is the House of Records.
An appendage of the executive. Mr. Chairman, where from that letter is the objection that I have. Having made that point,
where you see, Sammy,
to the fact
you
that
have been vindicated.
In 2001, 7 January, when Right Honorable himself, as minority leader, was seconding the motion, ably these were his observations, and I read from column 4 of the Hansard of 7 January 2001. I quote, A.S.K. Bagbin, NDC, Nadole Kalu North, as he then was. It says, Mr. Chairman, I rise to second the motion urging this House to accept the nomination of Mr. Peter Alajete as Speaker of the 3rd Parliament of the 4th Republic. He goes on to say, Mr. Chairman, in doing so, however, I would want to register the displeasure of the minority side on how this issue has been handled. Mr. Chairman, it is part of the rules of democracy motion, but my concerns must register for Hansard. And the man that we are proposing for the high office of Speaker himself has set a precedence where in seconding Alajete, the chair allowed him to raise his concerns. Let us tolerate each other. I am here with his own records. Mr. Chair, my contention basically is that in view of the improper consultation, from the majority side in this matter, and in view of the fact that, Mr. Speaker, the executive in a public statement is directing the honorable majority leader, a person. I hold the view that honorable minority leader.
No, I have to come in. There is no any executive.
Honorable minority leader.
There is no any executive.
Minority leader. Honorable minority leader.
There is no any executive.
Honorable minority
Which
leader.
executive?
Honorable minority leader.
There is no executive.
Recognize honorable members' intents. But let me make a point. Honorable minority, I am the chair of these proceedings. Let me make my point. Honorable Minority Leader, there are extraneous matters which I believe should not be part of this process. You were to second the motion. The other information you were tendering, the other information you were providing is not an information which is before this House. It is not part of the process for consideration for nomination of the Speaker. So, in seconding the motion, these matters ought not to have been brought to the floor of the House. Let me make that point. In doing so, I recognize Honorable Muntaka. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, ordinarily I would not have reason to speak, but because we have rules and you have a leader grossly abusing it, I need to draw his attention. Aside Order 7, I want to refer the minority leader to our standing orders 11510. And in 11510, it says, and I read, under rules of debate, and I read, a member seconding the motion or an amendment shall state, Mr. or Madam Speaker, I beg to second the motion or amendment, except that this may be without limiting the right of the member to speak later at a later stage within the debate. Most importantly, Mr. Chair, 11, it says, a mover of a motion or amendment may speak in support of the motion, but subject to these orders, no further, and that's where the emphasis is, no further debate is allowed until the motion or amendment has been seconded. So while you are saying, yes, it's within, before the Speaker is called to take the chair, the standing order allows a member to get up and make other comments before that chair. So all we are saying is that in what you are doing, you are abusing the rules. You can second the motion, let the motion pass. If you have something to say, you get up and you cut out the chair, and then you'll be allowed to speak. So,
Honorable Minority Leader, I take it that you have seconded the motion. If you haven't seconded the motion, Honorable Minority Leader, you will second the motion. You will not proceed on any other matter apart from seconding the motion. So long as I remain the chair of these proceedings, you will not do any other thing apart from seconding the motion. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I have heard, with the greatest respect to you, wait, Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, proceed, therefore, to second the motion moved by my legislator colleague.
For the nomination for consideration for election to the office of the Speaker has been moved and ably seconded. Earlier, I drew attention to the relevant provisions of the standing orders, which requires a consent letter from the person nominated. Let me indicate, I have in my hand a consent letter addressed to the Clerk to Parliament, Parliament Asakra. Attention, Mr. Ebenezer Ahuma Jetro. Written consent to be nominated as the Speaker. Pursuant to Order 7.2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I hereby consent to be nominated to be elected as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Your cooperation is highly solicited. Signed, Right Honorable Aban Sumana, Kingsford. Yes. It is appropriately tabled. It is appropriately tabled. Yes. Together. Yes. Together with all. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, honorable members. At this time, I want to find out, is there any other nomination? No. All right.
Mr. Chairman, in response to your question, our side has no other nomination. Just for the record, we do not speak. Why are they speaking? We are not pulling a fast one on you. We will not. Are you sure you don't have any other nomination yourself? Mr. Chairman, I want to find out from our side. Mr. Chairman, have patience for the process. Our side, the MPP minority, has no other nomination. But we want to find out from the backbench whether they have any other nomination. They should tell us. Whether they are only relying on the president-elect's nomination or they have another one. They should let us know.
There be no other nomination. I hereby duly declare Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin as having been elected honorable members. Now we will invite the sponsors to conduct Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin to the chamber. As I shall invite the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Tokonu, to proceed to the days for the administration of oath.